Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Last time I'm going to say it. Best of luck to you. And if you continue on, I'm going to hold you in contempt of court. Okay?
So
have a good day.
It will not be addressed. My matters will not be addressed.
Have a good day. If that's how you feel, have a good day. Best of luck to you.
I don't want to say how I feel. I want the court to tell me what's going on so that I can know how to move forward.
I'm not telling you what's going on.
Ms. Graves, the judge said no. That means be quiet.
It has no basis in law or fact.
What doesn't have basis in law or fact? My abatement.
A traffic citation. That's all it was. So why is this woman standing in a Detroit courtroom claiming the judge has no authority over her? Why is she filing something called an abatement? Why is she demanding the court prove its jurisdiction before the case can even begin? And why does she keep saying, I am not a citizen of the United States. I am a living woman created by God? What does any of that even mean? Judge Sean Perkins had one answer. Fine, let a jury decide. July 14th, trial date, done. But Graves wouldn't stop. You still haven't addressed my abatement. You haven't recognized my rights. So what exactly is an abatement? Why did she think it would work? And has anyone ever actually pulled this off in court? Did this woman actually find a legal loophole that the entire system missed? And a judge who's heard this before and has had enough?
Versus Destiny Graves. Case number SP 1902232, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1902234, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
The case record shows Destiny Graves appearing in Detroit's 36th District Court for a pretrial hearing. The matter involves traffic-related citations, and the record shows she was not in custody. The cases were scheduled to move forward to jury trial. And with that record in mind, let's get back into the hearing.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Ms. Graves.
I am Destiny Raven Graves, the beneficiary of the estate name Destiny Raven Graves. I am here on special visitation to address the matters in my abatement. And I am here as a friend of the court, and I stand by God as my witness.
All right. Good morning to you. Today is the date and time set for a pretrial. I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what does your client want to do?
Your Honor, we were unable to engage.
I am not a client of his. He is very disrespectful. I am not a client of his.
What do you want to do, ma'am?
I would like to address the matters of my abatement.
I don't know what that means.
Did you get the abatement that I sent? You did.
I have no clue. I have no clue what that means. I have no clue.
You don't know what means again?
I do not know what this stuff means.
Can you elaborate on what you mean by that? You don't know what means exactly.
I'll elaborate on it.
Okay, well, I'm here to address the matters of my abatement. I have it here, right here. I sent it to you also.
Yeah, I have something that you sent to me. It has no basis in law or fact.
Destiny Graves isn't the first person to walk into court claiming the system has no authority over them. In 2012, Darren Huff made the same argument. He claimed the court had no jurisdiction over the living. He got 18 years in prison. In 2011, Richard Morton claimed he was exempt from government authority. He was convicted on tax evasion charges. The pattern is consistent. Courts reject sovereign citizen claims every time, in every jurisdiction. Judge Perkins knows this. That's why he wouldn't address Graves's abatement. He's seen this movie before.
What doesn't have basis in law or facts? My abatement?
This is the abatement stuff you're talking about.
Can you elaborate on?
What do you want? I'm not going to sit here and waste people's time or my time. What do you want? You want a trial date? Wait a minute. Don't talk when I'm talking. What do you want? You want a trial date or do you want an offer?
Do I want a trial date or what?
An offer to resolve this stuff today.
I would like to address the matters of my abatement before moving forward. So we can do that.
Go ahead. Go make your record.
Okay, so first I would like to say I am not a citizen of the United States Corporation. Therefore, I am not an employee of the United States. Who is subject to the status regulations defined to the IRS code, which applies only to the contract employees, to the U.S. contract employees. I am a woman. I was created by God with dominion. The creator is subject to the creator and nothing else.
Is that it, ma'am?
Well, as long as we can address the matters of my abatement.
All right, you've addressed it. You've made your record.
Right, so we're
All right, Ms. Graves, let's go back on the record. I'm just gonna, I don't want to hear any more about this, this abatement or anything like that. All I want to know is, do you want a trial date? Where's Miss Destiny Graves?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Come on, I'm just gonna, okay, let's get a jury trial date for this young lady.
Excuse me,
Please.
I do not consent to that, Your Honor. But if
You don't have to,
if you,
let's stop,
okay,
stop. No, don't
okay.
say anything unless I speak to you. You don't have to consent to it. I'm gonna give you a trial date, a jury trial date. You bring this stuff up amongst your peers and let them make a decision on it, okay?
Can I just say this?
No,
I do have
no.
the right to, I have this, I have the right to.
Ms. Graves, the judge said no. That means be quiet.
Okay. Jury trial. You said jury trial and what else?
It's a jury trial date. I'm gonna set a final pretrial date to make sure that the officers appear on that final pretrial date, which will be the day before the jury trial date. If the officer does not appear on that final pretrial date, we'll dismiss the cases. If the officer does appear on that final pretrial date, we'll move forward with the jury trial.
Okay, so we're not addressing the matters of my abatement.
I've let you make a record of that, ma'am. That you mentioned nothing about what the court is supposed to do with this stuff. I told you the court doesn't even know what you're talking about. This doesn't have anything to do with the Michigan court rules, Michigan rules of evidence, or anything. That's what the court follows. If you can't follow
Due
that,
process, I do follow. I follow the court rules because I'm following due process. I have the right to due process.
Before we get back into the hearing, Michigan courts have jurisdiction over traffic cases and properly filed matters. Sovereign citizen claims or abatements do not remove that authority. Now, with that legal context in mind, let's get back into the hearing.
right, and we're giving you July 14th. That's your jury trial date, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah. July 14th.
This is your due process, your trial date. July 14th is your jury trial
I'm
date.
asking for due process under the Constitution. That's what I'm asking for.
And that's what you're getting.
No, I'm not. Your Honor, respectfully, I'm not getting that.
All right, well, then you take it up with the appeals court or whoever you want to take it up with.
Okay. Because this is breach of the Constitution.
If that's what you call it. I don't
Okay.
call it the Constitution. I call it.
You're not allowing me to speak up for myself. You're telling me what I have to do.
Listen, I gave you a chance to speak. I gave you a chance to address your abatement. I told you about the abatement and how the court feels about the abatement.
And that's what I'm trying
else
to do, Your Honor.
Say, you're not going to convince me by any more words, by anything else you have to say. We've been down this road many times with you. Okay, so say what you want to say. I'm going to set a pretrial date, and I'll give you this time to say what you need to say, and we'll move on.
Okay, so I'm gonna address my abatement now. Give me 1 second. 1 second. OICD, please. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna address the matters of my abatement. And that is, I respectfully demand civilian due process as required under the Constitution and equitable principle on which this nation was founded. All right, I will continue. Before this matter may lawfully proceed, I require clarification as to whether this tribunal recognizes my constitutional rights, including my rights of meaningful due process, my rights to face my accuser, my rights to challenge jurisdiction before any further action is taken. I have been issued citation without any verified complaint made under penalty or perjury by a lawful injured party. A citation issued by an officer without sworn testimony from an injured human being does not meet the constitutional requirement of an accuser. A court of equity will not proceed without proper parties. Not done. Give me 1 second. There is no injured party, no sworn complaint, no damaged property, no affidavit of harm. Therefore, there is no adversarial controversy of court to adjudicate Accordingly, I petition for abatement until a sworn verified complaint is produced, jurisdiction is established on the record, my constitutional and equitable rights are affirmed in writing, and then we have the equitable basis for my abatement, the maximus
Okay,
of equity.
Ms.
I'm
Horn,
sorry.
can you put your appearance on the record?
Yes, Your Honor.
Excuse me.
Tamika Horn.
Excuse me, Ms.
Hold on,
Horn.
hold on.
Ms.
Hold on.
Shutter Lockhart, please stop.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Ms. Horn.
Thank you. Tamika Horn on behalf of the city of Detroit.
All right. I'm just putting your appearance on the record because I'm giving Ms. Graves her due process with a jury trial, a right to a trial. Ms. Horn, the jury trial date is going to be July 14th. I expect all people to appear on the final pretrial date of July 13th. All parties appear.
To be clear, Your Honor, the matters in my abatement will not be addressed today.
On July 13th at 8:30. That's going to be the final pretrial date. So make sure your officers are summoned for July 13th and the 14th. I expect them to appear. If they don't appear, we'll dismiss the case.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. We will be ready to go.
Okay. And
Your Honor, can
go
I
ahead.
ask you a question?
No, you don't ask me questions. You go ahead and finish making your record.
Okay.
Are you
Okay,
done, ma'am?
no, I'm continuing, Your Honor. Maximus of equity. Equity will not suffer a wrong without a remedy. Equity regards substance over form.
Are you just reading? Are you
I am
reading
reading
from?
because I want to make sure that I have everything, but I would like for you to hear my
Stop.
abatement.
Stop. Are you
Okay.
reading this that you filed? Is that what you're doing?
Your Honor, I am reading that.
Okay, so we don't need to go any further. I noted that you have this in the file. I placed this in your file. What ruling do you want me to make on this? What are you asking the court?
I am simply asking the court to address the matters of my abatement before moving forward.
I don't know what you're talking about abatement. I can't
I'm
address
asking
the
abatement that I'm trying to read to you. That's my abatement. I'm asking for due process, a proper due process. That's what I'm asking for. I'm
And the court
asking for the judge and for
And
the
the
court.
court feels that it's given you proper due process.
Do you feel? How do you feel that way? If you haven't addressed any matters of my abatement.
Because I don't recognize, I don't understand that stuff. It doesn't have anything. If it's not in the court rules, if you can't
It's in
cite
the
a court rule.
Constitution, Your Honor.
All right, cite the Constitution, cite the section of the Constitution. I'm not going any further with this. That your abatement or whatever that you filed is in the file, and
The matters will not.
that is in the file, and I've given you a jury trial date of July 14th at 9 a.m. I've given you a final pretrial date of July 13th at 8:30 a.m. If it's nothing further, Ms. Graves, I wish you the best of luck.
I would like to say something, Your Honor. I'm asking, for the record, I would like to know, will the matters of my abatement be addressed?
They've already been addressed.
And how did you address it? Can you explain it to me?
Like I said, I'm not explaining anything to you.
I'm asking, okay, so the parts of my
Ms. Graves, this concludes this hearing, okay? That's
Okay.
all I'm gonna say.
So
Have a good day.
it will not be addressed. My matters will not
Have
be
a
addressed.
good day. If that's how you feel, have a good day. Best of
No,
luck to you.
I don't want to say how I feel. I want the court to tell me what's going on so that I can know how to move forward.
I'm not telling you what's going on. You go to the court rules and do that. Have a good day, Ms. Graves. Best of luck to you.
So my matters will not be addressed.
They have been. Have a good day, Ms. Graves. Last time I'm gonna say it. Best of luck to you. And if you continue on, I'm gonna hold you in contempt of court, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes,
All right. Best of luck to you. Have a very good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
July 14th. That's the jury trial date. Destiny Graves walked out of that courtroom thinking she had won, thinking she had exposed the court, thinking her abatement had made a difference. But Judge Perkins had a different plan. Let 12 regular people decide. The Sovereign Citizen Playbook says courts have no authority, that judges are operating outside the law, that filing the right document, an abatement, a notice, a declaration, can stop the entire system. But courts don't work that way. Judge Perkins wasn't being disrespectful. He was being clear. You want to challenge the system? Fine. Make your case to a jury. Let them hear your arguments. Let them decide if you're right or if you're wasting everyone's time. And if the officers don't show up on July 13th, the cases get dismissed anyway. So Destiny Graves got what she asked for, a chance to prove her point, not in front of a judge she thinks is illegitimate, but in front of 12 of her peers. The question is, will they believe her, or will they see what Judge Perkins sees? Someone so convinced the system is rigged that she can't even address a simple traffic citation. This is case SP19-02232 and SP19-02234. Destiny Graves versus the system. And July 14th will tell us which one wins.